Oh, hello there. This hour on Verbling, the next in my speaking skills series, this is a class that gives you key phrases and important strategies to deal with different kinds of situations in your daily life. How to use language in particular situations. We outline the situation, we give you key phrases, look at different ways you can approach it, and give you lots and lots of practice. Oh, no, what am I saying? Sorry. Wait a second. I forgot. We're going to take our speaking skills and we're going to work on the grammar from the speaking skills. Wait a second. I'm describing the wrong class. Grammar Garage, but we're going to use our speaking skills class from Tuesday. We are going to give you speaking practice, but we're going to work specifically on the passive voice. I got confused. Okay, more about that in just a second. Quick introduction, first of all. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. And by the way, if you click on my name anywhere in the Verbling Verbling website, or you click on the link in the Verbling chat window, you go here to my profile page. If you follow me on the left, you can communicate with me directly in the chat, in the message window on top, or you can book a private session or tutoring package on the right. I'll work with you on creating a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals. Let's take a look at the material, and let me give you a link in just a second, and I'll post it for you right now. There we go. Okay, so we should have more people joining us in a second, Frederick. So let's give them a second to come in, because I think they're taking a quick bathroom break from the last hour. That's my theory.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But they said they'd be back. And in the meanwhile, we're going to talk about cats. What do you think is better, cats or dogs, Frederick?
I have both of them. I have a cat and I have a dog, but I think dog is better.
You think dogs are better?
Yeah, because they are more smart.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Frederick. Cats are better.
I guess you have a cat.
I have a cat, and they're just better.
Yeah, why?
Because they are.
It's a good reason.
Another thing we're going to do is talk about the news using the passive voice. If you go to a French newspaper or a French news website today, what kind of headlines do you see?
Today?
Yeah. So, for example, if I go to the major Portuguese newspaper in another window, the first thing that I see is about the recent election going on here. Oh, we've got Anna back already. Okay, good. So I see a headline about a recent election. They're trying to form a government in Portugal because the austerity government did not get a majority, and so they can't form a government. And so the newspapers all reported that they had won, but in fact they kind of didn't, actually. So there's a lot of headlines about that. And what else? Sorry about the noise in the background. There's some construction going on. And it's almost all about that, actually. It's almost all about that. What about in your world, Frederick? What's a headline that's interesting today?
In Le Monde, the newspaper Le Monde, the headline is about Israel.
Okay, yeah, there's one about that here too. What's the headline? Can you translate it for us?
Kerry wants the end of the violence.
Really, just John Kerry, huh?
Yeah, Kerry wants the end of all the violence. I think it's because he's speaking with Netanyahu.
Ah, okay. There's
Yeah.
one. There's one here about Netanyahu as well. Let me see if I can read it. Uh, if I can translate it.
And of course, there are a lot of article about the strikes in France. You know that there are always strikes in France. So
Right. So business as usual.
yeah.
Uh, I'm just trying. Oops, wait. I'm gonna see if I can translate this headline. Give me just a second. Oh, it's gonna load. I have to wait for the paper to load. Anna, what kind of headlines are in the newspaper today, where you are in your part of the world?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't read Russian newspapers uh, and I even don't follow the news at all.
Hmm. But you have a
Uh,
browser open.
okay.
So if you open a new tab and you go to the major newspaper, what's the major newspaper?
Well, I'm afraid to look at it. Well,
Yeah.
but
Doesn't have to be accurate. I'm just curious what it says.
okay, I'll do it. So what should I type? Like,
You should just translate what kind of pick a headline and translate it for us.
all right. Oh God. Ew. Um.
And I'll put the Portuguese one up. There's a one for politics. I'll put it here. You can see it says Netanyahu foi mufti e não Hitler quem teve ideia do Holocaust. So it says for Netanyahu it was Mufti, not Hitler, who had the idea of the Holocaust, which is a headline all over the world right now because of Netanyahu's recent comments. Interesting comments. even uh, pretty much everyone in Israel and outside of Israel is saying the same thing, that it's just a crazy thing that he said. So that's one of the headlines for the political one. And the other one for us is about about the new elections. I'll see if I can give you a quick. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow. What we're going to do is we're going to take the headline and we're going to try to report the news once we take a closer look at the passive voice. V, what are the headlines in the newspapers in your part of the world? Can you give us a headline?
The headline these days, this week or
Today.
last,
Yeah,
today I haven't read.
I know, but open a browser, open a tab, pick a headline,
Okay.
write it in Vietnamese in the chat window if you like, and then see if you can translate it. I'm going to give you another one. I'll show you what I mean. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'll give you.
I don't know, my internet is very slow, so my
mine
browser is loading.
mine too. I'll see if I can copy and paste this one. This is another one. Okay, here's another one. Unfortunately, these are in Portuguese. This one says, give me a second. Let's see if I can translate this. Securists. That first word, securists. In Portuguese, you can see the little text there. The translation would be securists waiting for the, quote, terms of agreement that Costa, that's the guy who's the head of the party that lost, that Costa is waiting to decide who to support, or waiting for the support. So that's if we were to translate that, it's like saying the guy who lost the party is waiting for these terms of agreement so that the parties can work together, the parties that won the majority. Okay? Anna, read yours for us.
Okay. The one country that is popular among Russian tourists, even in the middle of financial crisis.
What country is that? What are they talking about?
The title don't say that, and I can't click on the link because my computer will freeze. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of about holiday making, I guess.
Probably it looks like Egypt, I guess.
Can you write the title in Russian for me in the chat window?
You can read Russian? Well,
But just do it, because I'll see if I can find the article and open it. Okay? And
all
V,
right.
so you
All
do that.
right.
And V, give us a headline from your country. You don't even have to read the article, just a headline from today. Go to any newspaper you like, unless if it's just go to Google News or
Yeah,
something that's not too slow.
there is one article about the discovery of the new giant turtle. I don't know.
Discovery of the
Turtle.
new, I didn't catch it. Say again.
The giant giant turtle. The
Ah, the
animal.
new giant turtle.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
very
it
good.
is not in Vietnam, but
No, that's
some
okay. That's
island
okay.
named
Yeah,
Galapagos. I don't know.
it's good
Yeah.
because I gave a title that was about Israel and it's in a Portuguese newspaper. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, very good. I'm just trying to see in the Russian article. I got it open, but I'm trying to see if it mentions which country it's talking about. Give me just a second here. By the way, we're going to get to the grammar in just a second, but what I want you to do is to get an article, a headline, that you can either report the news by reading it or by guessing. It doesn't have to be accurate, but you're going to be using what we learned about the passive voice. Let's see, there's the article, and yeah, I can say the words, but I don't know what they mean. I can say the words.
Oh God! Should I translate all of this?
Torpotok iz Rusiji
Oh
na
God! You're embarrassing me.
Moskowy
Put away.
Napravlediach. I can read the words, but I don't know what they mean. Can you see which country they're talking about there?
Sure, lucky me, I can. It's oh God.
Say
It's neighboring to Croatia. The first one, the country is neighboring to Croatia. It's like Montenegro, right? Vietnam,
Montenegro.
Sri Lanka, and the first one's,
The Sri
like I
Lanka.
said, Egypt. It's the
Okay.
tourist cities in Egypt.
Okay. Good. There
And
you
the
go.
photo is god awful. I'm going to throw up.
It's funny. Okay, good. There we go. All right. Well, if you want, there's the link. Montenegro, Egypt. Okay, good. So think about those headlines for a minute. Okay. On Tuesday's class, we read a really short text with two funny little news stories. Well, one funny little news story. The two pictures I meant are from the same news story. Was anyone not in the Tuesday class? Fred, you were
remember.
No, I
I
wasn't.
can't remember.
Oh, were any of you? None of you were in the Tuesday class? No, none, zero. Oh my God. Okay, wait a second. We need to read
No.
this. We need to read this quickly because we're going to use the examples of the passive voice in this text. Okay, so we need to read through this really quickly. Okay, so let's do that first. Sorry, I thought that you were in the class, but I was wrong. Give me just a second, and I'm going to open this on my side as well. Okay. This is what we did on Tuesday. Let me just show you really quickly. Take a look at these three captions at the bottom. We started here. And in each case, the picture shows the wrong meaning of the caption. So, the reason I'm saying that is because you're going to see how the passive voice can be misunderstood or the sentence could be unclear. Anna, look at the caption in the first picture on the left and tell me what you think it should say to be clearer. Look at what's the problem with the picture.
All right. So, some stolen earrings have been found by a tree. Well, an earring should be near
Near
the
a
tree,
tree, right,
not on the tree.
right. And also, so by could be substituted by near. Some stolen earrings have been found near a tree. That would be much clearer because by sounds like the tree found the earrings. Okay, so let's see if we can correct the headlines in that way. Frederic, how would you correct the second headline in the middle?
Man has been attacked by a cash machine. A man has been attacked in front of a cash machine.
Right, it wasn't the cash machine who attacked the man. True. Okay. V, how would you correct the last caption on the right side?
Yeah. A woman has hit um, a robber by a baseball bat. Not,
By a baseball bat or with a baseball bat?
not with a baseball bat.
Unfortunately, that is not the same meaning. Because look, a woman has shot a robber. So the woman didn't hit the robber, she shot the robber with a gun.
With the gun. So the problem is a baseball bat. Not
Yeah.
a girl.
Yeah, who had the baseball bat in reality? Who had the baseball bat? The woman or the robber? In reality, not the picture, in reality.
A player.
A player? A baseball player?
Baseball, yeah, baseball player.
What? Wait a second. Wait a second. Look at that headline. A woman has shot a robber with a baseball bat. Did the robber have the baseball bat? Or did the woman have the baseball bat?
I think the woman has.
No, the robber had. That's the problem. The robber had the baseball bat. What the woman had is not stated. It's not in the sentence. The woman obviously had what? If she shot him, she had a what? She had a what? If she shot him, she must have had. What do you shoot people with?
A gun.
A gun. Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt confused with the things she's holding in her hand.
I know.
So it's just illustration.
I know, but remember, all the pictures are wrong.
Okay.
All the pictures are wrong. So she didn't use a baseball bat to shoot a man. Baseball bats don't shoot bullets. The robber had the baseball bat, and she had the gun. All of these are confusing. But if you make a few, just a few slight changes, right, we can make the meaning clear and still use the passive voice. So let's do this. Think about those and think about your headlines because you're going to work with your headlines in a moment. Let's read this short article about some funny things related to reporting a crime news story. We'll take a look at the passive voice closely, and then you are going to try to report the news based on an article that you saw in a newspaper in your country. Okay? So, Mr. Fred, can you take the first... why don't you? We'll all take. I think we can all take two. Take the first two paragraphs for us.
Okay. Chile. Juan Geraldo has not been robbed since he's disguised his car as a cow. Disguise his car as a cow. Juan, a 46-year-old taxi driver from Santiago, is tired of being robbed. He has been attacked 4 times already. The first time, his car was stolen and he was thrown naked into a blackberry bush. The last time, he was attacked with a knife.
With a?
Knife.
Knife, yeah.
And just managed to drive himself to hospital.
Managed or managed? Managed or managed?
Managed.
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 Good.
To drive himself to hospital. Mr. Geraldo got the idea to customize his vehicle from a TV advert showing a sports car lined with cowhide. He went out, bought a roll of cowhide material, and covered the inside of his taxi from floor to ceiling. He even covered the steering wheel and changed the sound of his car horn to a cow moo.
What does a car moo sound like, Frederick?
Thank you. Moo.
Right. Okay, take a look at Mr. Juan Geraldo there on the left side. Okay. Where do I find these articles? It's not easy. It takes a lot of time, but they're out there. Actually, just go to any tabloid newspaper and you'll find these. I don't know where this one is from, actually. I think this is from, I'm not actually sure. I think it's from the Telegraph. I'm not sure. Okay, so why do you think he dresses up like a cow, class? Just out of curiosity, before we read the rest, why do you think he does this?
Because nobody is going to store a car that looks like a cow.
Nobody wants a cow car? I would want a cow car.
Yes, really? Oh.
It
I
would be easy to find you.
Ah, it'd be easy to find. That's true. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find out what his reasons are. Okay? Ms. V, can you take the next two for us? Or the next 1.5. We'll give the last column to Anna. Take the bottom of the first column and go to the middle of the next column, okay?
Yeah, okay. The taxi looks very strange, but it is even more impressive at night. Mr.
Geraldo, because he's Spanish, so it's Geraldo, right?
Yeah, Geraldo put neon lights on the ceiling, so you can clearly see the black and white cowhide in the bright light as it goes along the street. To complete the picture, Mr. Geraldo wears cowhide jacket and hat.
That's
The
true. Keep
taxi
going up until customers. Stop at customers, okay?
Yeah. A taxi like this will be noticed and remembered, and that's exactly the idea. Now, when robbers get in, they get straight out again. They don't want to rob me because they'll be seen by everybody, says Mr. Geraldo. Customers like it too, and
Oh, wait,
80% of cons.
stop there. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
So, it sounds like our guess was right. People are going to remember a car that looks like a cow, a taxi cab that looks like a cow. So even if you don't steal it, anyone who witnesses it is not going to forget. So it sounds like we had the right guess. Okay. Let's see. I was going to ask you a quick question here. Do you think that other people are likely to? Do you think this is a trend that's likely to catch on, class? Do you think this is going to start trending, the cow cab? Good vocabulary word for you.
We have here like pink taxis.
Uh-huh.
They're like woman taxis. The drivers are all women, and they're colored. All the cabs they have are pink.
And who is supposed to be attracted to the pink cab? Well, what's the customer base that they're trying to reach out to?
Oh, it's huge. Well, it's everyone who likes
women.
Yeah, sure, women and safe driving. Because, well, if you are a woman, then you'll be safer with a woman driver, and men sometimes are prefer woman drivers too, because their driving is sometimes better than men.
So how do the women drivers, how do they protect themselves if they're, because if they're driving late at night and they're alone, how do they protect themselves? So I understand if you're a woman, you want to get into a woman taxi cab because you feel safer as a woman, right?
Of course.
But how does the taxi cab driver feel safe from rapists and muggers and killers? How do they protect themselves?
I don't know. Probably they don't usually have men customers. It's just my husband was using their cabs
Mhm.
because I ordered it for him, and I don't know, probably they like from the voice they hear from on the telephone. I don't know. Well,
Oh,
that's a
so you
good
have to
question.
call them. Oh, you have to call them.
Of
It's not.
course. How do you get a cab?
There's a taxi rank.
Uh,
So
yeah, of course.
they're not just on the street. In other words.
Well, they could be, but you could wait for hours
Uh-huh.
for
Okay,
one
so
to pass
that's different.
by.
Right. No, that's different. If you're a rapist, killer, or thief, you're probably not going to call the cab.
Yeah, sure, that's the answer. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, Anna, can you finish it up from customers till the end for us?
Many customers who call for a cab specifically ask for a cow cab. These clients include government ministers, TV celebrities, and parents organizing birthday parties for their children. They're so popular that Mr. Geraldo's business has grown and now he has 7 cow cabs. What's next? Mr. Geraldo is keen to develop his idea and is already thinking of making a zebra cab or a lion cab. It's a question of using your imagination, he says.
There you go. So it's not trending yet, but it could be. It could be. Okay, let's take a look at the grammar of this because that's the main idea of the class today. Look at the first paragraph of Cow Cabs Against Crime. Paragraph 1. Underline these verbs. Well, just look at them. Don't underline them. Underline the verbs that answer the question. So the verbs are attack, steal, and throw. Okay? Who did these actions? Why did the writer put these verbs in the passive voice? Okay, so we're going to get to those questions in a second. Let's find the sentences first. Okay, so take a look in that first paragraph and see if you can find. Why don't you do attack, Anna? You do steal, Frederic, and you do, what was the other one? Attack, steal, and forgot what it was already. Attack, steal, and throw. And throw is for V. Okay, so can you find your word?
Mine is attack, right?
It's the whole sentence.
Yeah, I already found it.
What's the verb tense in your sentence? What's the name of that verb tense? It's the passive voice, but what's the name of the verb tense? Do you know?
It's past. It's like the object didn't.
Yeah. It's true. What I mean is, what do we call it? Grammatically speaking, what's the name of that tense? Has been attacked. Do you know what it's called?
Passive. No.
Passive, yeah. Is it the
Voice.
past, present, or future?
Past, of course, past.
It refers to the past, but it includes the present. So, it's the present perfect passive. That's the name of the tense.
Oh, thank you.
And the formula is have plus been.
Oh, actually, I was looking for the second one.
This one. Have plus been plus past participle. So, has been attacked. So, I want to just point out that the verb tense can change. We always call it, you can put the passive in any tense, just about, almost any tense. Frederic, can you find your word in the text, in the first paragraph?
Yes. His car was stolen.
Was stolen. What's the verb tense there?
Past.
Past. Simple, continuous.
Past continuous passive.
You said was stolen, not was being stolen, right? So it's got to be the simple.
Car was.
It's the simple.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so we're going to call that the past simple passive voice. Past simple passive. Okay? So the passive is just a little word that you tag on to the ending. They're all passive here. But if you look at the verb form, it's was, and was is the past simple. If I said was doing or was stealing, that would be the past continuous. There's no ing, so there's no past continuous here. V, can you find your sentence?
Yeah. He was thrown naked into blackberry bush.
Good. What's the verb tense there?
The same. The past simple passive.
Past simple passive again. Right. Was thrown. Good. Was thrown. Okay. So let's go back to our questions and see if we can answer them. Here. Who did these actions? Juan or the robbers in all three cases? Anna, who did the actions in your case? Juan or the robbers?
In my sentence.
He has been attacked 4 times already. Who did the action? Juan or the robbers?
The robbers.
Of course. Of course. His car was stolen. Who did the action there, Frederick? Juan or the robbers?
The robbers.
Of course. He was thrown naked into the blackberry bush. Who did the action there? Juan or the robbers? V. What happened to V?
Yeah, the robbers.
Of course. So in the passive voice, it's not the person being named who's doing the action. The doer isn't even mentioned. It's the receiver who's mentioned, not the doer. Question number 2. Why did the writer put these verbs into the passive? You got 2 choices. A, to put the focus on Juan, or B, to put the focus on the robbers. What do you think the answer is? A or B?
A.
Of course. To put the focus on the receiver, Juan. Okay, let's see if you can identify the passive voice. Tell me which one is correct. In the first example, oh no, my bike has stolen or has been stolen. Well, the bike is... Yeah, that's done for you. That's easy. So my bike is the receiver. It has been stolen. If we don't say been, then it doesn't follow the formula of the passive voice. Has stolen doesn't have was stolen, has been stolen, will be stolen. All of those are the passive voice in different tenses. Okay, Anna, number 2, give us the right answer.
While Jade was walking home, a young man robbed her.
Yeah, it would be funny if the young man was robbed by her, but that's not our choice. While Jade was walking home, a young man was robbed by her. Well, it doesn't say by, so it wouldn't fit. Was robbed her is not grammatically correct. Okay, so a young man, while Jade was walking home, a young man robbed her. She was robbed by the young man. Okay, Frederic, number 3.
After a fight, the police have been arrested. The police have arrested 3 youths.
Good. So, is this the passive or active voice?
Active voice.
It's active in this case. If you say the police have been arrested, they're the ones in jail. But the police aren't in jail. It's the youths who are in jail. So the passive voice wouldn't work here. Very good. V, number 4.
Yeah. Someone broke into Harry's flat, but nothing was taken.
Nothing was taken. Good. Passive. Past.
Passive.
Simple passive is correct. Back to Anna for 5.
A flight to Paris has been hijacked.
Has been hijacked. Okay. Who did the hijacking?
Terrorists.
Terrorists. They're not mentioned. Only the
Uh-huh.
result is mentioned. Frederic, number 6.
There was a train crash yesterday, but fortunately, nobody was killed.
Fortunately, nobody was killed. Okay. In this sentence, in this sentence, lost my place. 1 second. There we go. There was a train crash yesterday. Fortunately, no one was killed. Who would kill the people? If someone had been killed, who would be doing the killing?
Nobody.
Nobody? So, if someone had been killed, something must have killed them.
They were crashed, but they were killed by the crash, by the accident.
They were killed by the train, basically, yeah. Killed by the accident, by the train. Okay, just making sure it's clear. What we're going to do is look at a news story first, decide what happened, and create some sentences where you have to use the passive voice to explain what happened. Okay, there's a few passive voice sentences already there. All right, so take a look at this news story, and I give you the first half, but you have to use the word pairs to talk about the rest. I'll read the very beginning, and I'll give you the example. A Renoir painting worth 3 million euros has been stolen from the National Gallery. Police believe it was done with the help of someone who works in the gallery. The first one's done for you. You have door / leave open. And the example is, the door was left open. So when the gallery closed, the door was left open, and that allowed people to come in. Okay, so any questions about the news, about the story itself? Any questions about the words in the first part of the story? Everything clear in the vocabulary?
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
All right. Let's go around the room and see if you can add sentences. Okay, use those word pairs. Alarm / switch off, security guards / drug, film from security cameras / delete, less valuable paintings / not take, and then it continues at the bottom. Okay, so let's report the news. The door was left open. Anna, what happened next?
And alarms were switched off.
That's right. And next, Frederic?
The security guards was drugged.
Try again.
Were drugged.
Were drugged. V, what happened next?
Film from security cameras were deleted.
Try again. Film, singular.
Film from security cameras was deleted.
Deleted.
How to pronounce deleted?
Right. Deleted. Deleted.
Deleted.
Good. It would be wrong to say deleted. It's not on the first syllable. It's delete, second syllable. Deleted.
Yeah, deleted.
Good. And what happened after that, Anna?
Less valuable paintings. Had
Nope.
not have
Nope.
were
Yes,
not taken.
that's right. Why do I need to say were not taken? Why can't I say had not?
I thought had not been. Why not? Why can't I say had not been?
I'm not saying you can't say it. I'm just saying that it's not necessary. You cannot say have not been taken because it doesn't fit with the time. We're talking about when it was done. I'm pretty sure it's all in the past because it's when it was done. But we don't need to say had not been taken. I guess it's not really wrong, but we don't need to say it. Valuable paintings had not been taken. What happened in the past that, do you see what I'm trying to say? What happened in the past after that moment? If you say they had not been taken, you're talking about 2 times in the past. So what 2 times are you talking about? That's my question. In order to use it, there must be something happening before something else. So what is it that happened before? That's a part that's not clear to me. Do you see what I mean, Anna?
Okay, I see what you mean. Thank you.
So I'm not saying it's wrong. It's not wrong. It's just
Yeah,
that
I got it. I need a reason for using this tense.
Yeah, I can't really think of they had not been taken. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that it's not wrong. It's not grammatically wrong, and it's not wrong in the context. It's just that what are we trying to say? Are we trying to say that the theft was discovered, but valuable paintings had not been taken? If that's the case, it could work. Okay, but I think it would sound better if you were really explicit, I guess. Although security camera footage although security camera footage was deleted, less valuable paintings had not been taken. If you say it connected to the other statements, I guess that could work, because you're trying to say that the theft happened before the other discoveries. So it could work. Anyway, the point is, I guess it's got to be a little bit more explicit. Okay.
Thank you.
Frederic, some news is coming in right now. We've just been informed that
The painting was found.
We've just been informed now.
We've just been informed that the painting has been found.
In Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong, yes.
And what else, Fee?
And 3 men have been arrested.
Right. And what else, Anna? Give us another detail. Make it up.
And all have been drugged.
No.
That allows.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, I should make a sentence like someone did something to them.
Could be, yeah.
Well, and
so if they've been arrested,
officer
the police did.
has been hurt.
Okay, yeah. So the paintings have been found. 3 men have been arrested, but a police officer has been hurt in connection with the arrest. Okay, it works. Sounds good. Sounds good. I want you to listen to someone reporting a news story to give you a little extra practice in what the tenses sound like. Listen to the radio report of the story, the one that you just heard. Are there any differences from your version of the story to the one that you're going to hear? Are there any differences? Listen carefully. Are you ready? Ready! Are you ready? Ready! Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready! You can't take a hint. You're supposed to say ready. Are you ready? Ready!
Ready.
There you
Ready.
go. With enthusiasm.
Ready.
All right. V's the winner. A Renoir painting worth 3 million euros has been stolen from the National Gallery. Police believe it was done with the help of someone who works in the gallery. Apparently, a door of the National Gallery was left open and the alarms were switched off. The security guards were drugged, and all the film from the security cameras was deleted. The thieves knew exactly what they were looking for, and less valuable paintings were not taken. Hold on, some news is just coming in. We've just been informed that the painting has been found in Hong Kong, and 3 men have been arrested. We'll get back to you soon as we have any more news on that story coming up. And there you go. And there you go. Okay, any differences from your version of the story, or is it exactly the same?
It says nothing
The
about
same,
my
exactly
police
the same.
officer.
So that's
That
about your police
has been
officers.
hurt.
That's true. That's true. V, for you?
Yeah, for me it's the same.
It's the same.
Totally the same.
Okay. So if it's the same, that means we probably did it right. Okay. If you want to review the tenses, you can see it here on slide 10. You can see the news report. Okay. So here, I want you to work on your headline, the one that you found. You can make up the details, but you're going to be using the passive voice. I've given you a few headlines, but I don't want you to use these. I want you to use your headline from your newspaper. Okay, but what you can do right now is create a passive voice sentence related to one of these headlines. For example, woman arrested in Houses of Parliament, right? A woman has been arrested by police for staging a demonstration in Parliament. So there's a sentence I could create that explains the headline. Anna, I want you to do President's son, Frederic, man attacked by crocodile, V, 5 hurt in train crash. I want you to create one sentence using the passive voice that explains a little bit about the news story, like I did. Mine was a woman has been arrested, a woman has been detained by police in connection with a protest at Parliament. So I did use the same verbs, and I try to give a little bit more detail. What could you say about the president's son, Anna?
His son was kidnapped by some Puerto Rican guy.
Okay. White Puerto Rican. Okay. To say that, you're doing a news report. And in news reports, right, you want to differentiate between fact and speculation. So, did they catch the guy, Anna, or are you speculating?
Speculating.
Great. So I would use the present perfect passive and a speculating word like is thought, is believed, is suspected. I'd use one of those expressions.
Okay. Presumably it was some Puerto Rican guy.
You need to use the present perfect passive.
Okay. President's son has been. That's the present perfect.
Let me show you. That's right, but let me show you what I mean.
Has been kidnapped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, continue.
And we suspect, and it's been suspected
Good, that's better.
that the kidnapper was some Puerto Rican guy.
Okay, let me give you my version. The president's son is presumed. I'm going to give you a more advanced verb tense here, just to see what it looks like. It's presumed to have been kidnapped by a Puerto Rican assailant. Don't ask me why specifically Puerto Rican. I don't know what president you're talking about, but look at the verb tense here. Is presumed followed by the infinitive. Now, this is one we haven't seen before. Okay, so it's the first time you're seeing it, but it's a really good example that's very advanced. Is presumed to have been. It's still the passive voice, but now it's the passive voice where you're using the language of speculation. Is thought to have been, right? Because we have to acknowledge the present. The presumption is in the present, and the action is in the passive voice. Okay? So think about that. Maybe, Frederic and V, you could try something similar in yours. What do you think about yours, Frederic, about the crocodile?
A man has been attacked by a crocodile.
Okay, and now why? He is thought to have, he is presumed to have, he is suspected to have.
The crocodile is suspect to
have.
I want to. What I want to say is that the crocodile escaped from the zoo.
Exactly, but we're not sure.
To have been escaped.
To have escaped.
To have escaped from a zoo.
And the reason you don't say have been is because the verb to be is already there. If you think about it like that, is thought. Is thought. Think, thought, thought. The passive voice is thought. The rest is in the infinitive. So say that for me one more time, Frederic.
Okay. A man has been attacked by a crocodile. The crocodile is thought to escape from the zoo. To have escaped from the zoo.
Excellent. V. See if you can use the same structure to talk about the train crash. About the reasons for the train crash.
Yeah. 5 people. Can I use it in a different way, in like my story? 5 people were rescued from a train crash this morning.
Okay.
And all of them have been hurt seriously.
All of them have been hurt? Well, I would say it like this. 5 people have been rescued. All of them were hurt.
Were hurt, yeah, were hurt.
Because you've
were
already
hurt by the accident.
Were hurt in the accident. They were hurt in the action.
In the accident.
Yeah, in is better, or in or during, either way. In or during the accident. But do you notice I have to use the past when I give the details. I switch to the past, but the first sentence is in the present perfect. Just to be clear, so 5 people have been hurt. That establishes the time. And then I switch to the simple past to give the details.
Yeah, the first 5 people have been rescued.
Sorry, 5 people have been rescued. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
And
I got
all of
confused.
them, were hurt in the accident. During the accident.
Good.
Yeah,
now,
all of them.
Why did it happen? Now you have to speculate using that infinitive that we used earlier. Why did it happen? What is thought to have happened? What is suspected to have happened with the train?
The train is thought is thought to have been out of the track.
Okay. The train is thought to have jumped the track. We have an expression. The train is thought to have jumped the track.
Jump.
Yeah.
Jump the track.
Right. The train is thought to have derailed because of something on the track. You could also say something like that. Okay, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. What do you think about this verb tense? Is it difficult? Do you get the idea? Is it tricky? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's not too much difficult, but like your explanation that when we talk about the details, we must use the past simple. So that's new to me. I didn't know that before.
Right, okay. So when you give the details, in other words, after you establish that it has happened,
Uh,
right, you then move inside of the past. You jump inside of the past. You're like inside the period. So those details are then in the simple past for that reason. So that's probably the best way to look at it. Okay, I have to stop right on time today because I have another class back to back with this one. But if you want a little extra practice, sorry, my camera just turned off. If you want a little extra practice, I want you to write the new story in English using the passive voice. Take your headline from earlier today, send it to me as a text in the message window. I'll correct it and send it back. Try to use the infinitive like we did. Try to use the passive voice and try to use the present perfect followed by the simple past to give details. Okay? Try that as a little homework. Send it to me through the message window. I'll correct it and send it back. Or send it as a text, put a link in the message window, whatever. Okay, and I'll try to correct it as soon as I can. Let's stop there. I'll be back for 2 hours tomorrow with Learning from Pictures at 12 GMT, followed by Language Games at 1 GMT. So come in and have fun. Easy day tomorrow, but lots of good vocabulary. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye
thank
for
you.
now. Bye-bye.
Alright.